Welcome to Auburn, Alabama. A beautiful day for college football as a War Eagle cry reverberates across Jordan-Hare Stadium as their beloved Tigers are set to kick off another season. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, a squad looking to put on a show, taking on a team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team is ready, and we're set to get the season underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Auburn Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
First down for this offense. He'll do it himself. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Neutrals on infraction. Defense.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick release on the RPO. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Pressure, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Touch pass on the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. On the option. He'll toss it. Just plowing down the field. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll leave it with him. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll pull it on the read. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? A third and long here. They can't pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Out of the gun to give to the back. He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run and get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum for your squad to start the season. How about the kicker? 1 for 1 in the year. He's perfect.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Line getting set on 2nd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Scanning the field, it's Thorne. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 45. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll give it to the back.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
And here comes the punt team. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The DBs will back off a bit. Power football with the run. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Defense in press coverage. Snagged in the middle. It's Lambert-Smith. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Quarterback on the keeper.
Yeah, and how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
And it's incomplete on third down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Fair catch, called for and made. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They're going to ride this running back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for them.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. He now has 62 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And he missed it. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. DB's right up on the receivers. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, the give, looking for room. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wide out in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy, run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
From the shotgun, the inside give.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now the play fake. Wide open downfield. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his big tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Thorne. Makes his connection. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. With the catch, it's Lambert Smith. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to the air one more time. Quickly out to the tight end. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Simmons. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oklahoma State is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 21 over the Pandas. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They go to the ground. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. Give him 109 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. He is smashing people. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down, using the quick game. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Into their happy place for a touchdown.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
At the 40, there he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Comes out throwing on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Dropping back, it's Thorne. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Defense not showing press coverage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains. It's been very evenly played through 2 quarters. Both teams have been physical. Both teams have battled there in the trenches. Neither has been perfect, but they're both right there in this game. And it's kind of the calm before the storm. Each side sort of licking their wounds right now, but expect another fight in a phone booth in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense, understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he left him grabbing. And he breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's why it's so important offensively to practice these type plays, these RPOs, these zone reads, these option plays, and just rep them over and over and over so the quarterback is making the right decisions intuitively and quickly.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
From the gun, the ground game. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got enough space. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
He doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay, I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score came on an impressive run from the 20. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. Kicking team's got it.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Leaves it with the back. He's loose at the 15. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Corner's going to give them room. Coming after him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. Gonna run it. It's Hunter. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. They'll try the run. Makes his man miss. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give them a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Texas has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 38 to Ball State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. You've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Catch in the middle. It's Matthews.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking downfield, it's Thorne. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Tigers are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's now second and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to pound their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great stop by this defense. Second down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for third down.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Now they'll run it to the right here. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense lining up for a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after the first down run, here's second down. Quick strike complete. Bulls his way forward. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
They'll go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Matthews. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. He'll pull it on the read. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout by the offense.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Marches ahead. Stop short of the marker. And they stop with his defense, and they get the ball back.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Thorne. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Now on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
And I think if you're the head coach, you got to be happy with what you saw, especially from the offensive unit in this game. Week 1, you had no turnovers, and now you're dialing up your favorite play in the playbook, victory.
He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead of you.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film. You got to be honest with yourself. Where could you have made better plays? You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit mistakes. This team is talented. They've still got a lot to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.